Harper and I are pumped to be back for March's Plan With Me. As you can probably already tell from this few seconds of footage, I carried on with a theme that I started in February with pasting things into my bullet journal, and also continued on with my love for black washi tape, which I use a lot in this month's spreads. I originally had intended to go with a theme for March, but by the end of it, I feel like all of the spreads turned out very different. They each have a very different feel. But one thing that I am proud of is the fact that I remembered to do my month at a glance this month, because for those of you who watch February's, you know that I somehow managed to skip that one, but not this time. So I just created a simple list month at a glance. This is a really great one for me to use because I just highlighted all the assignments that I have due, and it doesn't take too much space, nor does it take too much time to create, which for those of you who don't like to spend too much time on spreads, it's a really great option to go for a vertical month at a glance. This next spread is one that I actually did last year, and it's called the I'm Feeling Lucky spread, where every day in March you write down something or someone that you feel lucky to have in your life. And this is something that I did last year too. It's basically the same idea as a gratitude log, but we're just calling it the I'm Feeling Lucky spread because it's March and St. Patty's Day is in March. So it's just a way to be festive, but still create a spread that is practical and something you're going to want to use. So I had a lot of fun putting this one together. Each day gets its own box. I tried to incorporate a little bit of green with the Stabilo highlighter, which I will include a link to that and all of the products I used in today's video in the description box below. I also added a little quote at the bottom there because there was an empty gap. And overall, I'm really happy with it. I think I could have done a little bit better job of adding more green to it, but it's going to be something that I really love using throughout the month. For this next spread, I'm creating a top border patterny thing. Don't really know how to describe it, but I've seen this style all over Instagram, or at least I feel like I've been seeing it. So I wanted to take a go at it myself. It's very tedious, but the final result was quite gorgeous. I feel like it was worth it in the end, all of the lines that I created. And yeah, I did in fact make many lines. I speeded this up for you so that you didn't have to go through the pain of watching each line get put together, because that is something I had to deal with, and I was done with lines by the end of it. It gives the spread though a nice modern look, and this is going to be for my getting organized spread. So March is obviously the month when the first day of spring happens. Heyo, how exciting is that? I am ready for this winter wonderland that I'm experiencing in Toronto to vanish, because I'm done with dry skin and cold wind blowing in my face. It's not a great time. Basically, I'm just writing down every area in my apartment that I want to get organized, probably not only throughout the month of March, but throughout April as well, because there's a lot on this list. But this is going to be a great tracking system. So I'm ready to get using it and to also get organized. This next spread is not going to be for everyone, but I do think it's a little fun. It's a little different. I definitely haven't created this spread before, so for that reason alone, I think it's always interesting to try something new out. And if you aren't getting the hint from the visual that you were seeing me paste into my bullet journal, this is a tarot card log. Is that what I'm calling it? I guess so. A daily reading. I just saw what I wrote down on that washi tape, and that's a more accurate title for it. For those of you who follow me on Instagram or even saw my latest video, I think it was my last video that I talked about this, I recently purchased a tarot deck. And the thing is, I have no idea how to use a tarot deck. So from what I have gathered based on some of your suggestions and also a quick Google search, it's a good idea to practice this daily, to pull a card daily and to try and just think about what the meaning of that card could be, and then only afterwards finding out what the actual interpretation is. So that's a really easy way, apparently, to start to get familiar with the cards so that you can properly read them. This is the deck that I am currently using. Again, it will be linked in the description box below. It's just a beautiful deck. I got it off of Amazon after I had seen it in person. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and this is just another fun thing that I'm trying out. The final spread, as always, is my weekly spread. So this month I opted to integrate the habit trackers directly into my week at a glance pages. I always flip-flop between either making a dedicated page for the month for my habit trackers or integrating it into a weekly spread or a month at a glance. And this is what I did this month. I also wanted to go back to the vertical layout that I like so much, give myself lots of space to plan because March is a very busy month school-wise, but I just added a little something special to the page by making it angled. That it will go with that. A new addition to my week at a glance is a word of the week section. So I was inspired to do this because I recently came across the word serendipity when I was doing or creating my vision board. I think it was last month, and it's one of the most beautiful sounding words, and also from one of my favorite movies ever, Serendipity. If you've never watched that movie, oh my goodness, you are missing out, my friends. But I love the word so much. I love the sound of it. I love the meaning. I wanted to highlight it, and I just think this would be a cool thing to do for the rest of the month, whether it's a word that I think sounds beautiful or has a great meaning, or a word that I've never heard of before and I just want to learn something new. This gives me the opportunity to do that. There was also a little blank section, so plants got added. I do want to do a whole month that I dedicate to either plants or flowers, something along those lines. I've never done it. I know it's a popular thing in the bullet journal theme world, but I personally myself don't think I've done a complete plant theme, although I have been doing this for years, so I could be wrong on that one. There was also more blank space at the bottom, and I couldn't be creative enough to come up with anything other than adding some more greenery. And this greenery does not look great, but it fills the space, so kind of happy with it, 50% happy with it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below which spread was your favorite. Are you a tarot card person? Are you planning on getting organized? Do you feel like you are going to express your gratitude for lucky things in your life? Let me know down below. I will see you all very soon with a new video, and until then, bye everyone.